Hey guys, it's Mitch Costa here, and today I'm going to make a video on my training and diet as many of you have requested. Well, I've been training since I was 14 and my workouts and lifting styles have changed tremendously since then. At 14 I just focused on hitting every muscle group once a week and didn't really care for the foods I ate. I trained at home and my workouts included push-ups, sit-ups. I had like a multi-purpose gym that I was able to do like pull-downs on, cable tricep extensions, curls, and I also had free weights which allowed me to do barbell curls, skull crushes, bicep curls, and tricep kickbacks. I also trained abs every day because I felt it would help bring up my core quickly, and it did. And now that I'm older and I'm able to sign up at a gym, my training lasts generally between 2 to 3 hours, give or take. Prior to the training I did at 14, which only lasted 1 hour a day in my garage. My workout style has now changed also as I'm more educated on bodybuilding. This has led to my training splits to focus on my less developed muscle groups, which have allowed me to see further growth in training them once a week. I just came out of a 4-month split that focused on my chest and back, as I wanted to bring out the thickness in my inner chest as that was lagging. I also wanted to have a V taper, so I trained back twice a week. Training these muscle groups twice a week has allowed me to force growth in them, growth I wouldn't have seen only training them once a week. Also, I train differently to when I was 14, if you guys didn't guess that already. Since I'm more knowledgeable in working out, I'm able to get more out of my workouts through supersets, drop sets, and proper form. I pretty much work out till failure on every set except for warm-ups, as I feel that overloading the muscle promotes the most growth. I also stick to a rule that you must do at least 26 sets on a primary muscle group. So say for instance we're training chest and tries, chest is the primary muscle group. I'll do 26 sets on chest, which allows me to pretty much pre-exhaust the muscle, exhaust it, get the most out of my workout. At the moment, since I just came off a 4-month split focusing on chest and back, my favourite muscle groups to train are chest and back. Whatever muscle groups you train the most, you tend to fall in love with, except for legs. I just had a new split focusing on my legs and shoulders, and they suck. I'm not enjoying training legs twice a week. It's extremely painful and exhausting, and it feels like you never recover. So yeah, that's my training and how it's changed from the age of 14 to 17. The next topic I'm talking about is bulking, guys. So bulking, guys. I started my bulk at 16.5 years old, and my bulk lasted around 4 to 5 months. I really did enjoy bulking, as most people do. My workouts were strong and I felt explosive, which allowed me to hit a few PBs. The only downside to bulking was that I grew love handles and a muffin top. Other than that, bulking was pretty good. I hated wearing tight shirts out. The foods I ate consisted of chicken, rice, veggies, sweet potatoes, and a ton of carbs. I pretty much just carved out the whole time. I was eating bread like every 2 hours. I would have like 2 sandwiches with chicken, lettuce, and 2 hours later rice and chicken, and then 2 hours later again toast, baked beans with like a litre of milk. I also had 2 weight gainer protein shakes a day, which gave me an extra 2,000 calories in my 3.5 calorie diet, so that was nice. I was pretty much just carving out the whole time, so the way I bulked was pretty much just to carb out, so yeah, I enjoyed it. Started my bulk at 75 kilos and managed to put on 10 kilos, which I was pretty impressed with, so it put me around 85 kilos and 13% body fat. I didn't really want to put on too much body fat. I kind of really wanted to keep it to a lean bulk through winter. So yeah, I thought it was ideal. I only put on 5-6% body fat. I'm going to do another bulk in winter, which for me will start in June since I live in Australia. I'll be bulking then, and I want to put on 90 kilos. Well, I want to be 90 kilos. I'm not going to put on 90 kilos, but I want to be 90 kilos. So that's going to take some effort, and I'm going to grow some love handles again. So, keen. Shredding's up next, guys, so stick around for the 7-week transformation and training footage of what I look like currently. So yeah guys, that's my 7-week transformation from bulk to shredded. I lost I think around 5% body fat. I went from 13% body fat down to 8%. I also dropped around 8 kilos, so I was around 85, 86 and I dropped to around 77, 76 on like a lean day, like a real lean day. But other than that, yeah. I just turned 17 when I wanted to start shredding, and my mate Dado and I went over a diet plan. But I also took advice from Christian Guzman, Mark Fit, Max Griffin, Steve Cook and their diets. We constructed this insane meal plan that got me shredded. Well, if I had stayed on it longer I would have been leaner, but there was no real point because I wasn't competing. But yeah, I felt absolutely terrible while shredding. Like the first 2 weeks were the most challenging and painstaking weeks of my life. I felt so weak in the gym. I chucked 80 kilos on the bar and could barely bench it for 6 reps, so mentally I was gone as well. I was literally dying guys, like I was dying. It was just physically exhausting but also mentally, as I was so tired and moody all the time. I ended up watching food channels in my spare time as I was missing carbs so much. Also, I was completing my year 11 preliminary examinations at the time, so I found it extremely difficult to study when you're starving yourself, and I find it difficult to study anyway, but it was even harder. So the foods that were consumed throughout this diet included chicken, rice, veggies, sweet potato. I flavoured the chicken in basmati rice and it actually didn't taste like rubber, which was a bonus. I had fish the first 2 weeks, but after prepping it and storing it and then eating it like 7 days later, it was the biggest mission and tasted so bad. I don't recommend it. So eventually I changed the fish out for chicken. I was on a 1900 to 2000 calorie diet, and I think the macros were like 250 protein, 240 carbs and 50 grams of fat. I dropped 4 kilos in the first 7 days, the first 7 days, then didn't lose any more weight till the last week. I still dropped body fat, which was the whole goal of the shred. I dropped around 7 kilos at the end of the 7-week time period and was quite pleased with the progress. My body fat measured at 7.3% with the clickers, but it can be inaccurate up to 2%, so I would say I was around 8 to 8.5% body fat guys, so yeah, that was me at the end of the 7 weeks. At the moment, training while shredded has caused me a few minor injuries in my chest and shoulders, just strains. My legs have been coping really well. I still feel strong, and for all you people who say I don't train legs in my transformation video, you better check this out. My legs were actually one of my strongest points during my bulk. But I lost around 3 inches on each leg when I cut down, so I wanted to cry, and it sucked, it really sucked. So I train twice a week now, as you heard earlier. All my other body parts pretty much stayed the same except my waist. My waist lost around 4 inches and my hips. Other than that, 1 to 2 centimeters was lost everywhere else. So yeah, training on a shred was hard, better contractions but extremely exhausting and mentally and physically tiring, like it sucked. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed and are more informed on my lifestyle and my training. I'm going to be releasing a few workout videos in the near future, so like, comment, subscribe for more, and peace.